Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, Cousins again. He finds his man Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Play action now. Cousins looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we bought for it. Circle around twice to the encore. If you know, you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. on the counter. Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
But it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have one remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Carrier Tyler Davison on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a handoff for Gurley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Vikings nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Now Osborne to return it. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. And it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, there have been stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Again, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. On third down, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah with the INT. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Falcons 28, Vikings nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
14. And the Vikings
on first and 10, Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And they finally put an end to this return. And not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the 29.
Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
20-yard line.
A slant to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
trying to run for it. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Up second and goal.
On second and goal, Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Falcons continue to pour it on. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Kickoff for Atlanta.
And he returns this to the 22.
J.J. Osborne on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled it.
Now second and 8 at the 32-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal at the
Ryan. Floater there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Throwing again, Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
He's taken
7 yards the pickup. First down, Minnesota. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
It's second down.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Shamar Stephen gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. That is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. This is caught, but he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From a yard out. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Osborne. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Pass intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Ryan wants to throw it. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout. First, somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 34. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already